Hey everybody! Something hit me the other day and it's so simple yet so profound. Every day you negotiate, whether you're aware of it or not. From deciding where to eat with friends, asking for a discount, or even persuading someone to see your point of view, negotiation is everywhere. And let me tell you, it's not just about boardrooms and contracts. It's about getting what you want in life, big or small. It's about understanding your own value and communicating it effectively. It's about finding common ground even when it seems impossible. Today, we're going to break down the art of negotiation and show you how to master it in real life. In just 10 minutes. Let's dive in. So, what comes to mind when you hear the word negotiation? Does it conjure up images of tense standoffs, power plays, and maybe even a little bit of drama? Well, I'm here to tell you, it doesn't have to be that way. Real negotiation, the kind that empowers you in everyday life, is about finding a win-win. It's about understanding the other person's perspective, just as much as your own. It's about building bridges, not walls. And you know what? It's a skill you can learn and hone, just like anything else. Now, there are 3 core elements to any successful negotiation, and I want you to remember them: preparation, communication, and flexibility. Think of them as your negotiation toolkit, the essentials you need to navigate any deal-making situation. Preparation is key. Just like you wouldn't show up for a big presentation without knowing your stuff, you don't want to walk into a negotiation unprepared. Take the time to understand what you want, what your non-negotiables are, and what you're willing to concede. Knowledge is power, my friends. Next up, communication. This is more than just talking. It's about truly listening, and I mean really listening, to what the other person is saying. What are their needs? What are their concerns? When you listen with empathy, you open the door to understanding and finding solutions that work for everyone. And finally, flexibility. Now, this doesn't mean giving up on what you want. It means being open to different paths to get there. Be willing to compromise, to get creative, and to find solutions you might not have considered before. Remember, a little flexibility can go a long way. Let's take this from the theoretical to the practical, shall we? Imagine this. You're at your favorite coffee shop, and they've just announced a new loyalty program. Sounds great, right? But here's the catch. You need to spend a certain amount to reach the top tier and unlock those amazing rewards. Now, our friend Sarah is a regular at this coffee shop, but she's not sure she spends enough to reach that top tier. But instead of just accepting it, she decides to negotiate.
I love the new loyalty program, but I'm not sure I can hit that top tier. Is there any way we can work something out?
See how she approached it with a positive attitude, focusing on the program's value? She didn't demand or complain. She simply expressed her situation and opened the door for a conversation.
The barista, also being a reasonable person, listens attentively.
Sarah then explains that she comes in almost every day and often recommends the coffee shop to her friends.
She's building value, showing that she's not just any customer. The barista, impressed by Sarah's loyalty and her approach, decides to offer her a compromise.
I can't change the program rules, but how about this? I'll offer you a free drink after every 10 purchases, regardless of the amount spent.
Win-win! Now what can we learn from Sarah's coffee shop caper? First, timing is everything. Choose the right moment to negotiate, when the other person is receptive and not rushed off their feet. Second, empathy goes a long way. Put yourself in the other person's shoes and try to understand their constraints. And finally, don't be afraid to ask. The worst that can happen is they say no, but you might be surprised by what you can achieve with a little courage and a positive attitude. Now let's get down to the nitty-gritty. Over the years, I've learned a thing or two about negotiation, and I've distilled it down to 5 golden rules that you can apply to any situation. Rule number 1, know your goal. Before you even step into a negotiation, be crystal clear about what you want to achieve. What's your ideal outcome? What are your non-negotiables? Having a clear vision will keep you focused and prevent you from getting sidetracked. Rule number 2, listen more than you speak. This is so important, I can't stress it enough. When you truly listen to the other person, you gain valuable information about their needs, their motivations, and their potential pain points. It allows you to tailor your approach and find solutions that resonate with them. Rule number 3, be willing to walk away. This might seem counterintuitive, but trust me on this one. When you're willing to walk away from a deal that doesn't serve you, you gain leverage. It shows the other person that you're serious about your needs and that you're not afraid to stand your ground. Rule number 4. Use silence strategically. Silence can be a powerful tool in negotiation. It can give you time to think, to process information, and to observe the other person's reactions. Don't be afraid to let a little silence hang in the air. It can work wonders. And finally, rule number 5. Find common ground. Remember, negotiation is not about winning and losing. It's about finding a solution that works for everyone involved. Look for areas of agreement, highlight shared goals, and focus on building a relationship based on mutual respect and understanding. Now let's talk about rejection for a moment. It's an inevitable part of life, and yes, it can sting a little. But here's the thing. Rejection is not the end of the story. It's simply a detour on the road to getting what you want. The key is to handle rejection with grace and resilience. First and foremost, stay calm. Don't take it personally, and don't let your emotions get the better of you. Remember, it's not about you, it's about the situation. Next, express gratitude. Thank the other person for their time and consideration, even if the outcome wasn't what you hoped for. This shows that you respect their decision and that you're still open to future possibilities. And here's a powerful tip: ask, what could make it possible? If you're open to exploring other options, don't be afraid to ask, what would need to happen for this to work? Or is there anything I can do to change your mind? You never know what you might learn or what doors might open. Remember, rejection is not a failure. It's an opportunity for growth. It's a chance to learn, to adapt, and to come back stronger the next time. So embrace the no and use it as fuel to propel you forward.
Now, I want to equip you with some powerful phrases that can elevate your negotiation game. These are phrases that convey confidence, empathy, and a willingness to find solutions. Phrase number 1. Help me understand. This is a magic phrase that instantly shifts the tone of a conversation. It shows that you're genuinely interested in the other person's perspective and that you're committed to finding a solution that works for both of you. Phrase number 2. What would you need from me to make this happen? This phrase puts the ball in the other person's court and encourages them to articulate their needs and expectations. It shows that you're proactive and willing to work collaboratively to find a solution. Phrase number 3. Can we find a solution that works for both of us? This phrase emphasizes the importance of finding a win-win solution and reinforces the idea that you're not trying to take advantage of the other person. It sets a collaborative tone and encourages creative problem solving. And finally, phrase number 4, if we do this, can we agree on that? This phrase clarifies expectations and ensures that both parties are on the same page. It helps to avoid misunderstandings and sets the stage for a successful agreement. Remember, these phrases are just tools. The real power lies in your ability to use them authentically and with genuine empathy. When you combine the right words with the right attitude, you can achieve remarkable things.
Negotiation is a skill you can sharpen every day, at school, work, even at home. It's not about being pushy, it's about understanding value, expressing it clearly, and listening with intent. It's about advocating for yourself with grace and respect for others. So next time you're in a deal-making moment, remember Sarah at the coffee shop. Remember the 5 golden rules. Remember, you've got the power to create win-win situations in your life. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more Power Skill episodes. See you next time.